Friday, April 4th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. A lot to talk about today. Let's get right into it. First of all, highs yesterday. Had a batch of rain move through parts of North Carolina during the first half of the day, roughly I-40 and points north, and so that slowed the warming process for those areas. But south of that, Charlotte all the way up to 86 degrees yesterday, 88 in Columbia, and it was muggier too. It was really kind of an early summer feel to the air out there yesterday. Currently, as I'm cutting this video, during the 5 o'clock hour here on this Friday morning, it's in the mid-60s in Charlotte, Columbia at 63, Fayetteville 63, mid-50s in Greensboro, upper 50s in Raleigh this morning. Winds out of the south and southwest. These winds will become pretty gusty at times today. We could easily see some wind gusts as the storm system approaches out of the southwest today, anywhere from 25, 30 plus miles per hour, not including any thunderstorm activity. Dew point's also slowly climbing. They're still fairly low, but the dew point is up to 54 in Columbia, 49 in Charlotte, 46 in Greensboro. And so we're going to see these dew point temperatures slowly climbing out ahead of this incoming storm system. Now, all is quiet on the radar across the Carolinas at the time I'm cutting this video. That is not the case off to the west of us. We have what we call a mesoscale convective vortex, an MCV, which is formed. If you look carefully, you can see that activity, that little vortex rather, that's formed right there. It moved near and just south of Memphis, and at the time I'm cutting this video, moving into Middle Tennessee. And trailing down from that, a nasty line of storms entering northwest Alabama through parts of Mississippi. There's been a few tornado warnings embedded within that line. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings too. And the line really blossoming over the past couple of hours in parts of Texas and Louisiana as well. Some parishes in northern Louisiana under severe thunderstorm warnings at the time I'm cutting the video too. So this cold front is heading our way. The main low pressure heading up to the Great Lakes. But what is interesting is the development of that little MCV. Due to the development of that feature, I'm ramping up the chances of seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity in parts of the Carolinas this afternoon. That feature probably enhancing those chances more than you otherwise would have seen with just the cold front arriving. So again, there's the overall setup this morning. We'll watch that little disturbance rolling our way. Futurecast is doing a pretty nice job in picking up the chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon with that little mesoscale convective vortex rolling through. And then we'll see what we can get this evening in terms of showers and storms along the actual cold front. All right, so let's take this day by day. There comes the cold front, and again, pretty decent chance this afternoon and into the evening of some shower or thunderstorm activity out there. Your severe weather outlook today, there's a slight risk running from central and southern Louisiana, Mississippi rather, up into Alabama and North Georgia and into the westernmost Carolinas. But I'll say this, even though you don't have a formal slight risk out into the Piedmont, wouldn't be surprised at all if there were a couple of strong to severe storms to contend with. Now, behind the system, cool high pressure takes over the weekend. I think the weekend looks dry. Sunny tomorrow, and then a lot of clouds begin to build in Sunday. And there's the next system taking shape. That still looks like a very, very wet setup by later Sunday night and into a good chunk of the day Monday. In fact, now some of this rain occurs in parts of the region today and this evening, but take a look at the GFS rain totals here. Well, stand by. Let me get the correct chart in there. All right, there we go. There's the GFS rain totals. Now, this, again, combines the rain today and this evening with what occurs Monday, but I get the idea there. That could certainly be a generous rain producer across the region. All right, on to the more detailed modeling here. This is the 500 millibar chart from the European model, valid this afternoon. There goes the primary dynamics off to the north. That's why the severe weather threat will be lessening as this system pulls into our area. But again, having said that, we'll have to keep a watch on any of the thunderstorms as we go through the course of today and into this evening. Now, as we go forward in time, there's a peek at the setup by Monday. Big trough diving in from the west, and that'll spawn that area of low pressure along the Gulf Coast. It then lifts up probably just to the west of the mountains, and then we're in the midst of that big trough for the middle part of next week. So here's what it looks like on the surface. Again, here is the European model, valid early this evening, showing you that band of showers and storms trying to progress on in. But again, then I think we can squeeze in a dry weekend for a good chunk of the region. But boy, look at the rain then really develop in here by around daybreak Monday. So that's Monday morning, that is early Monday afternoon, and then that is Monday afternoon and evening. Very wet setup on the European model. And guess what? The GFS is similar. First of all, there's your activity with the cold front this evening. But then here we go. Monday morning, Monday early afternoon, Monday evening. Very, very wet setup overall. And then cool and probably mainly dry in most of the region Tuesday and Wednesday, a warming trend late in the work week. Here we go with the convective outlook for day one. There's your slight risk area. Your tornado probabilities is 2% area. This is more of a wind threat than anything else. So you have a 15% wind probability, basically covering the slight risk there, and some hail probabilities that are pretty low too. So we'll keep an eye on the thunderstorm chances as we go through the day. Keep an eye on that little disturbance as it rolls in from the west. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.